What is up, YouTube? This is the Hard Count presented by the Heat of Waves podcast. I am Mr. Bradley. Here to my left is the great co-host, my great friend, T-Ball.
Hey guys, what's up, YouTube? Glad to be here on the Hard Count discussing a little Antonio Brown. I'm sure you've all heard. A little bit of trouble in paradise for this young man to be seen. Mr. Bradley, you want to start it off?
Absolutely. Here's a guy that is one of the greatest receivers I've ever seen play the game since Jerry Rice. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people like, oh, what the fuck is this guy talking about over here? No matter which way it goes, and even if it gets his way, this man still bitches. And I almost believe that he wanted this all along. Okay, we're starting out, going back in time, folks. Week 17 last year with the Steelers had a big time problem with it. Big Ben in practice saying he wasn't running the right routes. He got pissed off. So, of course, everybody knows that story where he gets mad and sits out the last game. And then at the end of the season, the offseason, he's like, oh, trade me. The Patriots actually tried to trade for him back in March, back when they still got him. But no, they ultimately traded him to the Oakland Raiders with John Gruden, a great new system, a new fresh start. You think his drama would be done. Well, then he starts the helmet thing. Then his feet thing was a problem. Cryogenically froze his feet because he wore the wrong shoes. Then he ends up apologizing to the GM, Mike Mayock, and John Gruden. John Gruden says he's going to play. He's going to play this Monday night, all that. And then the next day, after he apologizes, he asked for a release by the Raiders, and they, a few hours later, like, okay, we're fucking granting it. No more guaranteed money or $30 million you're going to get. And then he's a free agent, and then guess who signs him? The fucking Patriots. With all that crazy shit going on, and that being said, T-Ball.
Yeah, it's a little crazy, especially in the fashion how quickly the Patriots signed him and how much money they gave him.
So quick.
The Steelers were determined to not trade Antonio Brown when he was requesting that trade. That would be stupid for the Steelers to trade him, especially to a team like New England.
Yeah.
That would be even dumber. Yeah, and you're right. The Pats offered not only a first-round pick, but they offered a trade back in March for Brown. Obviously, like you said, didn't end up going through. They went to Oakland, where there was high hopes for Antonio Brown and John Gruden over there in that, with the new stadium coming, a bunch of new people coming in and out, whole new system. It looked like high hopes for Antonio Brown. And then, like you said, all this bullshit happens with him basically just proving everybody right.
That he's a drama queen?
Basically the diva, the drama queen.
Drama.
And, you know, when you get paid that much money, it's kind of like, all right, you're getting what you want as far as that payday. Sit back, shut the hell up, and do your job, and that's to entertain us.
Absolutely.
We realize, you know, you want things a certain way, but, you know, life isn't perfect, so you're not always going to get what you want. But it does arise quite the hypothetical situation with what we got going on over here in New England. It's kind of bringing up this hypothetical situation. Did somehow AB start problems over in Oakland to try to possibly plot or
pick
plan,
his quarterback?
Yeah, to make this, you know, New England trade actually happen. Because obviously, like I said, you know, the Steelers did not want to trade him to New England. Now, I don't know if you guys remember, but the New England Patriots had a running back named LeGarrette Blount. Very good running back. He ended up going to Pittsburgh. Ended up starting some problems over in Pittsburgh with the staff, some of the other players. A lot of drama and stuff going on over there. Well, after all that problems happened, he wanted to be traded knowing that the Patriots were going to welcome him back with open arms. So he creates this problems. He goes back to New England. New England gives him the money he wants. Obviously gets to play for the team he wants. And when asked about the trade, someone reported or asked him, did you actually start problems over in Pittsburgh to actually get traded back to New England? Now, he did not deny these allegations. He kind of just smirked, went on about his merrily way, and had a quick snide comment for it. So it arises, like you said, Mr. Bradley, this question.
Conspiracy theory.
Did Antonio Brown use the type of floodgate type option to get himself
Media.
to a New England team that's obviously very good this year. Fortunately,
They were good last year. They won the fucking Super Bowl.
Yeah, I mean, it just makes them even better now.
Right.
It just came together really quickly. He got a good deal, and it's interesting to me because the New England Patriots now have like one of the best wide receiver cores I've ever seen.
Especially trios.
Antonio Brown, Josh Gordon, Julian Edelman. You still have Sony Michel at the running back.
And James White.
Which
he's a pass-catching running back.
Their offense is stellar. Their offense is going to fucking be number one. I'm sure in the power rankings, New England's already jumped to the number one prospect for Super Bowl winners. So
if they weren't already.
My question for you, Mr. Bradley, is what do you think this means now for the New England organization?
Well, I think this means great things. I mean, one, like we just discussed, they already won the fucking Super Bowl last year. As much as it pains me to say this, I think the Patriots are in the greatest position they could ever want as long as Antonio Brown stops all that off-field antics. He can't be doing that with the Patriots. Look, I don't...
Yeah, Bill Belichick takes his shit serious.
The Patriots do have history of turning a player around. Randy Moss, LeGarrette Blount, Corey Dillon all came in as disgruntled, very good players at their time and came to New England, and they turned them around and made them into great players. All this does for the Patriots is makes them even more lethal. It's like, this team's already so good, guys. It's not even fair. The offensive line is phenomenal, top 5 every year. You already had Demaryius Thomas, Philip Dorsett, Josh Gordon, Julian Edelman, and Benjamin Watson. Not a great guy at tight end, but a pretty good pass blocking, run blocking, has strong hands. And you add Antonio Brown. This is not even fair. Who can guard that? Because most teams only have 1 or 2 really good corners, right? And that's the starting corners on the outside guys. This is going to be unfair for teams. This is just not fair. I don't understand why the Patriots really even took a chance on him. They only gave him a 1-year, $15 million deal, but I just don't think it's fair, T-Ball. I really don't think it's fair.